Hi guys, it's me Joanne. Welcome to my channel. So, ito po yung pangalawang simpleng bagay na ginagawa ko para malampasan yung aking panic disorder tuwing gabi. So, number two talaga is yung detoxifying. Yung ating mga iniisip na mga, especially yung negative thoughts. Yun talaga ang pinaka mahirap sa lahat. Yung kung papaano mo i-reverse into positive yung negative na pumapasok sa yung isipan. So nung umpisa talaga is sobrang mahirap siya. Mahirap siya. Mahirap ah, paniwalaan about this coping mechanism na ginamit ko is yung mindfulness meditation and breathing exercise. Hindi po siya madali. It takes time talaga siya na hindi lang one snap of your finger is it will works very fast. And it's not only 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. It takes time, it takes time. Lalo na pag hindi talaga yung routine na ginagawa mo ito. Kumbaga bago pa lang sa'yo. So, it difficult to attach sa pang-araw-araw. So, hindi siya madali. It takes time talaga. And it takes a years. It's 5 years. 5 years I think that it works, or since 8 years. Yung nag 8 years yung anak ko because I try this mindfulness meditation and breathing exercise. Mindfulness, wala ang problema sa akin kasi it's just pikit mo lang yung mata mo, and then you just breathing normally, and ang pinakamahirap sa akin is yung breathing exercise talaga. Kasi yung breathing exercise plus yung intrusive thoughts, pag sila ang pag sila yung pag yung intrusive thoughts na yung pumapasok na sa isipan mo, doon ka na talaga manghihina. Kahit gaano pa ka strong yung tawag nito, yung um, sarili mo, yung mental mo, it will collapse talaga. So, it doesn't matter kung gaano ka strong, whether if it's physical or psychological or mental and emotional. Kasi guys, like what I said, hindi natin hawak lahat ng mga nangyayari sa loob-looban ng ating katawan. Hindi lang sa physical, but pag dito at sa atin talaga pagiging isang tao, sobrang hirap niya. Hindi siya sobrang dali like what I thought, what I expect. So, sa ibang tao, it helps. It helps kasi para sa akin, we said, oh my, it's really helps to them. It's very fast. So, sana ganun din ako. So, those kind of yung negative na yun na kinukumpara mo yung sarili mo sa iba na sana ganun din ako. So, those um, kind of negative na binibigay mo sa yung sarili, hindi yun talaga maganda. So, doon pa lang dapat mong baguhin yun. Kasi yun ang nakakapagbigay sa iyo ng negative energy. So, I said to myself, but I thought it to myself na hindi ito magwo-work sa akin, itong mindfulness meditation and breathing exercise. But I try my best. I try sometimes 2 times a week, and may time talaga na I stop kasi sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, bakit pag ganito yung ginagawa ko lalong lumalala siya. So parang may kumbaga may tawag nito, parang may pa ako sa aking sarili na hindi pa ako totally na kumbaga 100% sure with it, kasi parang may agam-agam pa ako sa loob ng aking sarili. So yung nag breathing exercise din ako. Sobrang hirap. Even also my husband, sabi ng asawa ko, sobrang dali lang na tawaging breathing exercise. But kung ikaw na talaga yung naggaganon ng exercise na yan at nasa ano ka, nasa middle of panic attack ka, hindi na, parang nagkakabuhol-buhol na yung isipan mo. So, kapag nagkakabuhol-buhol na yung thoughts mo, puma-follow yung breathing mo. So, doon na talaga, hindi, kumbaga yung ano, kumbaga sa ano, sa sayaw, kahit ilang beses kang nag-practice, pero kapag nasa entablado ka na at makita mo lahat ng mga tao, wala na yung tawag nito, yung mga ano na ginawa mo, yung mga preparation, kasi sobrang tense at takot ka talaga. So the same also sa itong breathing exercise. So kailangan talaga na patibayin mo pa yung ano mo, yung kumbaga yung mental talaga. And also like what I said, practice talaga. So, nung umpisa, sobrang hirap. Hindi siya madali. Hindi siya sobrang dali. Pero, hindi kasi ako nag-stop. I mean, huminto ako. Huminto and then I try again. And then huminto ako and then I try again. So, para siyang on and off. Yun ang ginagawa ko. So, kasi yung pinakamahirap talaga is yung intrusive thoughts. Yun talaga ang pinakamahirap. Lalo na pag nasa period ka ng ng panic attack. Sobrang hirap niyang i-drag down talaga. Kasi yung intrusive thoughts, it's okay the symptoms, yung mga sintomas, but yung intrusive thoughts talaga, yun ang nagiging kumbaga nagiging paralyzed ka, nagiging sunod-sunuran ka. So, yun talaga ang sobrang hirap. So, doon dapat ka mag-uumpisa sa intrusive thoughts kung paano mo siya i-divert into positive thoughts. Nung nag-try ulit ako nitong breathing exercise. Kasi yung breathing exercise, guys, yun talaga ang pinakamahirap, yung breathing exercise. It's easy to say, to breathe, but kapag kapag nasa high mode ka ng atake ng panic attack mo, yung yung breathing talaga ang pinaka-challenging talaga. And plus, magiging more challenging din kapag yung intrusive mo na talaga ang maglaro. So, yun ang pinaka-mahirap. So, of course, nagpatuloy pa rin ako. And I said to myself, I just give myself some time, na hindi naman ito agad-agad. So, I have to be, dapat may mahaba akong pasensya if I want to recover. Na gusto ko talagang makarecover ako kasi magiging malimit na lang yung yung movement ko pag mayroon ako nitong panic attack, pag palagi na lang akong natatakot na hindi ako lalabas kasi mayroon akong anak and I love seeing other people, talking with other people, hearing with their problems, listening and parang inaano ko yung problema ko sa problema nila, na always, I'm very thankful na yung problema ko is ganito lang, yung problema nila, wow, it's so, papaano nila na nasusolusyonan yung ganun. So, I was, kumbaga, ganun talaga akong tao. Pero, of course, hindi naman ibig sabihin na mayroon ako nitong panic disorder is magiging forever na lang akong ganun. So, sabi ko, if this breathing exercise, it helps, why not? So, I will give myself a shot, a try. So, ang paggawa nito ay hindi lamang nakakatulong sa akin, yung ma-detoxifying yung mga iniisip ko. And then, yung tumutuon ako sa mas tumutuon ako kasi sa kasalukuyan. Nakakatulong din ito sa akin, yung alisin yung aking sarili mula sa lahat ng mga alalahanin, yung believe also. Kasi may mga tao talaga na yung paniniwala. Alam ko naman na may mga tao talaga dito na they are very religious. And I respect their belief. But para sa akin talaga, both side talaga yung akin. I believe. I believe in God. I believe. And I also do believe with psychiatrists, and also I believe to myself that I have to go out and to search, to seek help, kasi siya yung makakatulong talaga sa akin. God helps me in other way. But I have also to find that. Hindi naman yung ganun-ganun na lang na i-drop down yan ng Panginoon sa iyo, ng ganyan, right? Every one of us, we have different belief. They always said, yeah, you have to pray, you have to pray, you have to pray. Of course, if you just only praying and you didn't do anything, wala kang ginagawa sa sarili mo, hindi ka nagsisik ng help, palaging higa ng higa ka lang, palaging cellphone ng cellphone ka lang, like, your life is just, kumbaga, umiikot lang yung mundo mo sa social media, wala ka nang ginagawa, hindi ka na lumalabas kasi nga mayroon kang panic attack, mayroon kang anxiety, ayaw mong lumabas kasi nga feeling mo para mahimatay ka, masakit yung ulo mo. It's because you think that too much. It's because you think that too much. That is the intrusive thoughts that they try to manipulate you. So, kailangan talaga na maging alam mo kung paano madidetoxifying yung mga negative na pumapasok sa'yo. So, nakakatulong siya. Malaking tulong siya sa akin na yung mga alalahanin ko, papaano ko maibabalanse, papaano ko matatanggap na may mga problema talaga na there's no solution on it. So, kailangan ko talaga yun i-let go. And I have to talk to my parents na, pa, hindi ko to kaya. So, kailangan talaga na maghintay tayo ng next week. Especially financial talaga, guys. Honestly, nagkakaroon talaga ako ng financial. And I am not ashamed with that. Kasi, syempre, I am very open. I am very open person. I always share everything. So, I always tell to my parents kung may nagkakaproblema na talaga ako about financial, I open up with them. And they understand naman. They understand because I have to tell the truth na nagkakaroon talaga ako ng problema, di ba? You don't have to say, okay, everything is okay, everything is fine, and then behind that, you are suffering, you are depressed, you are drowned. So, something like that. So, you have to decide also na kung ano yung may problema na wala na talagang solution, you have to let go with that. And you have to be honest to your family also, di ba? So, yung mga kinakatakutan ko kasi, I feel scared kung hindi ko sinasabi sa pamilya ko about my situation, like also financially. So, I feel guilty also. Kasi, syempre, yung nag-e-expect yung family ko sa Pilipinas din. So, I don't want people, they will expecting on me. So, I always tell to my parents, I know it's difficult for them to accept that also, but wala kami magagawa. Wala akong magagawa. Kundi, tanggapin talaga namin. And I always said to my mom, okay, if I have a money, and don't worry, I will give some money so that you can continue. Like for example, kung sa store man yan yung problema, or sa problema man yan sa bill, something like that, I try my best to find a solution, Pero, kailangan talaga that you have to, step by step talaga. Don't make it hard to yourself. Don't put yourself too hard, and don't punish yourself kasi it is not your fault why you're having that problem, So, other people, a lot of us, we have different problem, but it depends to us how we handle it and how we let go with it. Kasi may mga problema na may mga solution, may mga problema naman na walang solution, that the only way we can do is to let it go with it, right? So, like what I always said, practice makes perfect talaga. So, kaya ngayon, tuwing ako'y natutulog, before ako matulog, I do my breathing exercise, my meditation. I just give myself I pamper myself, not going, spa or beauty, magpaganda, bumili ng mga mamahalin, no. My, kumbaga, I treat myself in the other way, like mindfulness meditation and breathing exercise. Kasi yun ang nakakapatulong sa akin sa mental health ko. Hindi yung mga needs ko, kundi yung needs ng aking mental health. Yun ang ginagawa ko. Kasi yung physical needs, guys, you just go to shopping, you just go to club and drink and go for other Filipino friend. That is your physical needs. Pero yung mental needs mo is mindfulness meditation and then breathing exercise. At ginagawa ko ito, kumulang 5 minutes, ginagawa ko ito. At ito talaga ang nagpapagaan sa aking pakiramdam. Lalo na pag stress ako. Lalo na, so stress like this month is very stressful talaga sa akin kasi we have a new boss. I mean, we have a new company na inano kami, kumbaga kumbaga in-overtake kami ng isang company dito sa sa aking pinapasukan na trabaho. I'm very thankful kasi I still have a job. I can still doing my job. Hindi na kasi kami magluluto. But I'm still chef cook sa kusina. And I am very blessed and I'm very thankful na until now I still have a job. Kasi may maraming tao na wala silang trabaho and they cannot support their family in the Philippines and they cannot support also with their needs here in Belgium. So I'm very happy na I can still continuing to support my husband, like bills. Also, I also pay bills. Not only my husband, but I also pay bills. I'm very happy with that I can help now and then to my husband. And also, pera ko rin yung pinapadala ko sa pamilya ko sa Pilipinas. Hindi na kasi yung asawa ko. Kasi syempre, mayroon din siya mga bills na binabayaran. And we also talk about it. We talk about it. And if my money is not enough, umaano siya. Kumbaga, nagba-back up siya. So, siya yung nagpapadala ng pera sa Pilipinas. Kasi ganun talaga dapat ang marriage. So, anyway guys, thank you so much. Sana may nakakuha na naman kayo ng another knowledge sa pangalawang bahagi na ginagawa ko tuwing umaatake yung aking panic attack. So, thank you so much.